Hello friends, it's Tonton from State 948. Today I'm gonna do a quick announcement. It's gonna be a short video, but a very important one. Um, I've been mentioning a while back that I want to reach 1,000 subscribers for the auto dubbing to be available on YouTube. Then I can launch the Discord so we kind of get two places where the auto dubbing or the auto translation with the bot on Discord is available. And I am very excited to say that we actually reached that without being 1,000. I could unlock it a bit sooner than I thought I could. So basically, auto dubbing is available for a small week on the channel. The only issue with it is it's not for all videos, right? It's only for new uploads. So only the very few recent videos are actually auto-dubbed. The way it works is like when I upload the video on YouTube, it's auto-translating the text, it's making a transcript in English, and then that transcript is translated by AI and made it to, with other voices, with AI voices. It's basically translated in your own language, and there are 10 languages. Not all languages are available, but just give you a list in a sec. So that's really important. That was a pillar for me because many people ask me to do, for example, I could do a content in French. Many people ask me to do in French, which it takes basically too much time to do. So I did not, and there are many languages I'm not speaking basically. So I cannot really do it. So in a sec, I'll give you the language that you can listen to on YouTube, but you can check yourself. But it's available in Dutch, in French, in German, in Hindi, in Indonesian, in Italian, in Japanese, in Korean, in Polish, in Portuguese, but Portuguese from Brazil, and in Spanish from the United States. So I don't really know if that's a big change. I know Portuguese Brazil is kind of different. I'm not sure about Spanish, but that's basically the language that YouTube is having right now, and over time they're gonna probably add new ones. So that's the big announcement. So that auto dubbing is available, which means I did a stream yesterday and I opened my Discord. So you will find the Discord link in the description. You will find it in the pin comment. You can join the community, and we will look at Discord right now. Actually, I'll showcase it very quickly. But it's open. You can join it. This time I will be able to give you the guide if if you ask. So the way I structured it is, so when you join, you will be asked a few questions and things like that. So that's really okay. That just kind of know your language, whatever you're interested into. There is an advanced teleporter, so that's kind of, I'm trying to make it themed on Whiteout Survival a bit. I can probably do that a bit further, go a bit further with that, but that was the idea. So that's kind of explaining my intention. The first step starting this YouTube channel was to make as many videos as I can to cover everything that is really important, which is nearly there. The next step was to build a Discord, which I opened today. The third step was to reach 1,000 subscribers, and that was kind of linked to the Discord, and basically unlock auto dubbing, so it's auto translation of the videos, of the audio of the video by AI, plus its monetization. So you have ways to support the channel, and we'll talk about that in a moment as well. But that's that for me, that's very much secondary. And then the next stage will be basically to develop videos further. So higher quality, maybe timestamps on the very important one, and things like that. There are still videos I need to record, and right now my personal life do not really allows me to prepare for an hour of video, record it for 30 minutes, and edit it for 3 hours, right? I might be exaggerating a bit, but often for a 30-minute video, there are time before and time after, and that could triple, quadruple the amount of time I need per video, and that's not a small thing to do alone. So I'll see, if the channel is bringing any revenue from ads or else, that will be thing that I will actually get support from and help with to kind of step up the quality of the content I'm doing on YouTube. I think that's really, really important for you guys. So that will be one of the first things that I will do with anything I get from YouTube. Then so that's better videos, all of that type stamp, and then the kind of the next stage might be to keep growing both. Basically, the Discord could be improved quite a bit, as well as going on TikTok, for example, or things like that. Many people suggested me from over a year now that I should make shorts and content to educate people more broadly, and people are where they are already. So TikTok. So you kind of get some explanation here in the Tonton's welcome. You get the rules, you get everything, but the most important part is we have a community corner. Here you have the Whiteout Survival official, so that's a broadcast of whatever is posted on the official Discord. So you have it here, so either the gift code, either the dev feedbacks, the patch note, whatever is on the official Discord will be posted here as well from the developer. So you have link to my video and stream, so you will be pinged as soon as there is one. Here we have a little community corner, so I made a French chat and an international chat because that's the two language I'm speaking. I actually cannot monitor any other languages. I'm alone doing that, so but there are things, memes, food, IRL, other games. And if you want to ask me about the game, if you want to ask me about making a video, you have a Ask Tonton channel. Then when you go here, you have because you will see if I expand everything, it's a lot of channels, right? So it could be a bit overwhelming, right? If you look at when it's expanded, it's a lot of channels. So here I basically made a kind of a start here section. So which I split into, edit your first day. So that's the content I've been recording lately. That's why I've made a new city to be able to record that. So how to start the game like a pro without making too many mistakes. Then you have the Furnace 30 pointing you to the most important guide. Then you have the priority as a free-to-play, the priority as a low spender, for me, which is roughly €50 a month. You have the priority as a medium spender, which is, in the 100 of euro a month. So, it's 3, 4, 500, and beyond you are a whale. And if you don't know what to do, you can always ask. Maybe I'll make a guide, but most of the content and most of the people watching me are actually not whales. They're actually low spenders or non-spenders. Then here you get the basic information, so you get the timeline, so you get my version, which I updated to kind of tell you when things are happening on your state. But then you get the timeline from the official Discord as well that some content creator is making. So I think he's called Ra, the guy that do that. I got this one as well, which is very interesting. So that's from PCB. PCB is basically tracking all the states, So you see you have the state range. So these are the clusters. So he stopped at 2.500 when I picked that images, but maybe he went further. And you can see when things are really, so you have the dates here, and you can see how things are being cascaded. So it's even more precise than the timeline. It's because it's really telling you when things will happen on your state, because it kind of track all the clusters before you and all the clusters after you, kind of tell you where things happen. So it's even more precise than the document I've made. It just requires a lot of more work to do. So there are things like that. So the Discord is a mix of my own content, the official content, either the wiki or made by other content creator on the official Discord, and things I'm picking right and left, that people make. And if I'm picking the work that someone else made, it's very important for me that they got their credits. So anything you see that was Baby Bliss, that did that visual. So all this kind of stuff, it's really important. And if I'm missing that, you guys can kind of call me out on that. It's really important. I'm trying to steal anyone's work. I'm really trying to so you have a place where you get all the information, because right now you need to go on YouTube, you need to go on the official Discord, and certain content creators are making certain quality of content or certain type of content, and they are not covering everything, myself included. So here I'll try to use everything I do. Of course, I'll try to have every channel to have a video by myself at some point, so it's covered by me, and you have my opinion on it, basically, or my tips. But at the same time, sometimes things are done better by other people. Things have been discovered by other people too, and that's totally okay. So that will be a way for them to get credit and to get maybe new viewers, because you guys will, from that Discord, will click on their videos about it and get to discover them. So here I'm covering the basics, so heroes, troop formation, arena, intermissions, pets, kind of all the basic stuff that that are in the UI of the game, right? All the menu. And then I made a section that's very important, which is city progression, so you have rookies growth, but I'm not sure I'll keep that channel. It's actually very straightforward. You have the Rush to Furnace 30 guide, which is essential if you're not Furnace 30 or if you start over, how to make a farm account, and then the fire crystals and the research center. Then I'll need to develop that a bit more, but for R4s and R5 there are very little resources for them, so how to support people that are actually, doing most of the job on states. These are the R4 and R5 of each alliance, and the crazy amount of hours and time it takes. If you've never done that, you have literally no idea how much time it takes to be R4 in a new state and to build an alliance and to they make it work with the other alliance. That's crazy. That's really crazy. That's why you see many of these people quitting the game within 6 months. They are burning out. So I'll try to give them resources. A bit about Sunfire Castle, a bit about battle as well, either the event or the report or to rally, like these, some of the channel in the update, but most of them are updated. And the main events, most of you guys are here for the events and my event guide, so everything will be here from Hall of Chiefs to King of Icefield to Alliance Showdown, all of that. Today event, I got many questions about how to complete, how to go about completing the rotation of events, right? Armament competition officer project. You have it all here. How do you do it when it's Alliance Showdown, and when do you do it when it's King of Icefield, right? How do you complete these events? And how do you make points on both events at once? It's all covered here. I have that for many months. I don't think I recorded a video about it yet, but that's already available, guys. So you can have it. So everything you want, tournaments. We have Snowbuster again next Tuesday on my state. So, there is a video about that. I might make a new one. And then you have the seasonal events, so all the kind of, today we have treasure hunt, so I kind of bumped the channel, but you have all the guides, all the packs, and if the value change, I'm gonna update the channels. You get Cashier's house, but if there is like a Christmas event, if there is like a Halloween event, like all of that will be covered here. You have some stuff about transfers and merger, which is really important. Here in transfer you have the cap of power you need for ordinary and leading states based on furnace and generation of heroes, as you can see here, and you can see that both have an impact, right? To see, like, even when you have legendary chief gear, it's increasing the cap a bit, right? So then you stay in Fire Crystal 5, but you have Gen 4, then it's increasing the cap a bit, right? So you have an idea, and when you plan to transfer, if you plan to recruit, and to know how many special invite you need, it's very simple to know what will be the cap, and I don't think they ever change it. It seems to be very straightforward the way they do it, so that's kind of always the same. So you have the list of events that are resetting or not. That's probably a bit incomplete. I took that from Just Called. I need to update it. You have my videos, you have something about state mergers, how to plan for the, how to plan. That's from Y Bandit Y when she was still making guides. How to arrange facility and territory, so that could go in the R4 and R5 section. So all of that, right? And then you get, all my other guides that are kind of free to play, city skin, market skin, calculators from other people. So calculators are spreadsheet that people are making. So these are the D ones. So that's from Zere 2-star. He made amazing spreadsheet that you can use. All of that, and the dev feedbacks. All of it. So you have all of that for free. There is no need to pay for it, no need to access it. You can copy paste anything you want from my Discord to your own Discord if you want to. That's okay. Yeah, really no issue with that. The goal is to share, to share everything with the community. So the more it's shared, the better. If you want to give me credit for it, link to my YouTube channel, link to my Discord, it will really help. Think about it that way, right? The more the channel is growing, the more thing it allows me to make, right? Right now the channel is bringing no revenues. Because it's just a new channel. I'm just starting, so now it will start to be monetized, and we'll talk about that now. But how it works. But then if it starts to get monetized, it allows me to maybe buy a better microphone, have someone that do better miniatures, someone that help me with the timestamps, things like that. And it will also allow me to spend a bit more on the game, or just not spend my own money on the game and just use the YouTube money. And that will really support like a new project, like starting over a city as a mid spender, for example, like let's say a budget of 300-400 euro a month. And really go hard from day one with that budget, with not making mistakes, and covering it with videos every day, basically. I really like the format that Cheesegool is doing, kind of covering, a video nearly every day about what's going on in the game. That's something I really like to do with my own experience. But I think there is a lot of things to say, and I could help a lot of players starting the game, and that needs to happen, at some point, because then the game will be old, and I don't know for how many years this game is gonna be popular, and so many states gonna open, because right now states are opening like crazy for the last year. So that's one thing. So let's talk about YouTube for a sec. If you look about YouTube, and I just want to explain to you what's available. There is no need for you to make any donations, or I don't want to put any pressure on that side of things. It's really, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. You're not gonna have more access to better content if you pay, for example. That's really not the way I see things, and not the way I do things. If you look at the Discord, if you look at the video, like I'm not holding on to any secrets in my videos about the game or about what I do. It's I'm sharing everything. So when you're on a live stream, there is a thing that's called super chat now, and that's you can basically send a message with some donation that goes to the channel. And the way it works on YouTube, it's a 70-30 split. So if you give €10, I get 7, and YouTube's get 3. I get taxed and everything, so I don't get 7, but I get something at the end of the day. But that's how it works. So there are super chats, and super chats, basically you can ask a question in the chats. If the chat is a bit spammy or anything, it's not really the case right now, but as the channel grows, it's a way as well to make sure that your comments, whether it's a question or just a thank you or whatever is seen. You have a super thanks, and that's a way to give a donation when you make a comment to a video, and that as well YouTube is highlighting it. And I think there is something else, but I'm not an expert on YouTube yet. But again, that just ways to support the channel. If you want to, you don't have to. There is the membership that I set up as well, but I don't really know how it works yet. But they have different tiers and give you to different access. So I'll basically talk a bit about that more. Now let's do that as well. Let's do that the way I set it up. So we have super chats, super thanks, super stickers. Super stickers are things you can use in the chat with the donation as well. So that's things like that. Again, not needed, but if for whatever reason, that's okay. That's okay to do. And the membership, the way it works, it's like a subscription. It's a monthly fee. And the way I set it up, can I see what I set up? that would be good. Membership. Somehow I cannot see the way I set it up. Okay, now I can see. So there are 3 levels, right? There is the $2.99, which is in euro. It might be different in your currency. Like by default, YouTube unlocks a few things, right, with the membership. You have loyalty badge, you have emojis. It will highlight to me when there is a comment from someone that is a subscriber, or that is how do we call it, because it's a bit beyond subscriber. It's like whatever the name is, a survivor. I called it myself, but he has another name on YouTube. And I'm not sure how to do it, but I might do it. It might early access to video. There is as well a member only live chats, but I don't think I'm gonna use that. There is no need for it. Maybe, if the community is growing and the streams are kind of messy, I might make special streams for people that are supporting the channel financially, where, it will be restricted to, it will be, but I don't see it happening anytime soon anyway, and it's not really what I want to do. It's more like, if there is a demand either to make like private chats, maybe, or private kind of a live stream with with a smaller audience for just to spend time together, that will be okay for me too. It's not gonna hide any content or any tips or any things about the game that nobody else will have access to, right? It will just be sometime you and me, basically. Early access to videos, so I'm not sure how it works yet, but it could be that basically I'm setting a timer that for the first 3 hours you guys have it, and then later everyone has it, something like that. I'm not sure I want to use these things too much, but emojis, loyalty badges, whatever, these things could be cool for some people. But again, it's more about supporting than these things. There is the €5 tier, so $4.99, which is member shoutouts, member only chat rooms. So that's something I might experience if I have people at that tier. A few people at that tier is like we have I don't know how it's gonna work on YouTube, but we have a private kind of chat room where you guys can ask questions, maybe make suggestions on videos and stuff. So it will be a bit more direct access to me. Like right now I can respond to every comment. I can talk to anyone that wants to. That's totally okay. I'm very happy to do that. I just know that if it's growing too big and it's not possible anymore, then something will have to be filtered, and that's thing that YouTube does naturally, and I'll still do my best to get back to every comments. I'm not planning to have a community manager do that for me basically. So that will be me. And then there is a governor tier, so I call it SSR. It's kind of to keep it with the team of which is the $9.99 per month in euro, maybe a bit different for you, and which is member only stream and member only video. So that I could make I could see myself using that a bit more again, but not hiding anything from anybody else, but more like to get to know each other, to spend some time together, guys, to talk to each other. So that's basically more of an intimate kind of relationship with your content creator. That's kind of what these things allows, right? And get to know each other a bit more, and maybe even go on Discord or something, or play another game together, whatever, basically. These are things. So that's something we could do. That's something that YouTube allows, so that's a registration. So now you should have the option to do that in the channel. But again, no pressure. There is no need to do that. It's really, I don't have ads unlocked at the next level, that the 1,000 subscribers. So I'm still very eager to get there, because I think, that's a good kind of balance. I don't like ads myself, right? But it's not costing anybody anything, right? I'm actually not sure if there are video ads already on my videos, but I am assume that there are. That's how you do make money. And then when I unlock ads, it's make that some of it is coming to me as well, and that will be again really use change the microphone, use the money for the pack. So actually I can either keep going as a medium kind of spender where I am right now, which I think is a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun for me as well to make a stream and be able to zero people in Foundry, to make a stream and actually to be able to zero more people before Sunfire Castle Battle. I think it's a bit better than just me looking around and not being able to play and getting destroyed by any whale, right? While I've been showing that before, and you kind of know I can still advise on these things because I've been there for many months now. But that's it, guys. That's really it for today's video. The Discord is open. You can find it in the comments. Thank you very much for subscribers, for sharing, for talking about the channel, for the can word, for the exchanges. All of that is very much appreciated. It's been a very fun ride so far for the first, I guess, 6 months, maybe a bit less than the first video. I'm really appreciative of you guys being here and coming to the live stream and chatting with me. I've been doing other things online. I've been streaming on other games before. I've been doing other stuff, and it did not work that well. Let's call it that way. It was a lot less fun and a lot less, a lot less back and forth exchanges with with the community, with the people around. So I'm really excited about this one because it works better. It's kind of the project is moving a lot faster. It's a lot more exciting and interesting. So really cool about that, and a big thank you to everyone, because it's because of you, right? I cannot do that myself. You need to be here. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.